Welcome back to Sonic Universe, everyone. Today we're taking a look at Issue 2, which is also Part 2 of the Shadow Saga. The thing to know about this arc compared to future ones is that it's not one long plot that expands over 4 issues. This saga is more episodic, a taste of what would it be like if Shadow got a spin-off series. There are common themes between the issues, but I'll get into that when I cover Issue 4. For now, we'll take a look at Issue 2, which features that mission the Gun Commander gave Shadow last time. We begin our issue with a flashback to this.
I found you, Faker!
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake.
I'll make you eat those words!
In the present, Shadow wakes up Sonic. For context, this takes place between issues 198 and 199 of the main Sonic comic. The Freedom Fighters and the Chaotix are in the midst of launching a final strike against Eggman. After some sleep, of course. Shadow invites Sonic, and only Sonic, to join him and Rouge for a small surgical strike. And Sonic accepts. He even goads Shadow to race him after Shadow tells him the rendezvous point. We flash back to the Sonic-Shadow fight. Eggman has set the charges to destroy the island, but Rouge has a problem. She's trapped in the vault with the 6 emeralds she's gathered. This means nothing to Eggman. He and Shadow will recover the emeralds from the ashes. After hearing this, Sonic offers a truce with Shadow so they can help Rouge. Together, the two burrow into the vault, and Shadow uses Chaos Control to teleport the 3 of them to the pyramid base. Shadow then takes the emeralds and teleports away. After some introductions, Sonic and Rouge team up to go after Eggman and Shadow. Back in the present, Sonic and Rouge discuss Eggman's newest weapon, which was converted from an old observatory. It's a laser that has enough power to vaporize the force field surrounding the Freedom Fighter camp, plus half of his current base, the Egg Dome. Sonic thinks this is overkill, even for the Doctor. Shadow tells Sonic that Eggman's sanity is hanging on by a thread, and not to underestimate him when he snaps. As the trio storm the observatory, there are smaller lasers defending the bigger super laser. Again, this makes sense given Eggman's current mental state. Eggman also rigged the console to blow itself up so no one can stop the laser. Direct attacks can't harm the laser, but if they focus on breaking the coupling locks, they can throw off the shot. During this, we have more flashbacks, first featuring Sonic and Rouge going into space, and then Sonic and Shadow fighting each other on the way to the Eclipse Cannon. Rouge interrupts the fight when she discovers a video Shadow must see. In the present, the plan to break the coupling locks only results in pointing the laser in the direction of the camp. Whoops. Though I wouldn't be surprised if Eggman planned for that as well. Another flashback has the Bio Lizard using Chaos Control to fuse with the Arc, and Sonic points out that there's still a chance to stop it with these 7 green gems. Now the comic goes back and forth between the past, involving Super Sonic and Super Shadow taking on the final hazard, and the present, with Shadow taking off the inhibitor rings in an attempt to divert the laser. We have Chaos Control usage, and Shadow drained from the experience. Unlike the Arc incident, Sonic catches him this time. With the mission a success, Shadow suggests that Sonic gets some sleep, so he can be ready to take down Eggman, stating that it's the Blue Hedgehog's fight. Besides, it'd be awkward continuity-wise in the main book. After Sonic leaves, Rouge points out how far their relationship has come. This issue serves 2 major purposes. 1. It gives the reader a condensed version of the events of Sonic Adventure 2. Technically, this is not the first time the comics touched upon this game. Issue 98 of the main comic was the reader's introduction to SA2, at least within the continuity of this universe. You can tell Ian tried his best to get in as many game references as possible while working within the confines of the comic's past continuity. For example, issue 98 had Shadow stealing 1 Chaos Emerald, which ultimately resulted in Sonic getting dragged into this mess. This issue reveals Rouge going after 6 more at the same time to make it a complete set of 7. Their green color is normal. The flashbacks take place before all the emeralds in the universe were sent into another dimension and condensed into the 7 multicolored gems we know from the games. Certain characters appeared in the game are absent in this adaptation. Again, it's to adhere to past continuity. During this time, Knuckles was all green and having tons of chaos power. Tails was replaced by a magically created clone, and Amy Rose is hanging out with her cousin. Eggman was sort of present. He did radio that he set the charges to blow up Prison Island, but how much involvement did he have afterwards? We don't know for sure. Plus, around this time, he was trying to screw over Overlander refugees that had returned from space. Long story. The second major purpose of this issue is to showcase the then and now relationship between Sonic and Shadow. It's pretty much a no-brainer that the two started out as antagonists, only teaming up for a greater purpose, like saving Rouge from getting blown up, and eventually saving the world from the Ark. For the latter, I assume Shadow's decision is based on some form of this.
I beg of you, please, do it for me.
Maria!
For all people who live on that planet, give them a chance to be happy. If they live without dreams, Shadow, I know you can do it. The Hedgehog.
I promised her. I must keep that promise.
In present time, Shadow casually walks up to Sonic to ask for his help, and will allow Sonic to get the credit for taking down Eggman. It really shows the respect these two have for each other these days. The thing about this issue is, while it ultimately doesn't affect the current events of the main book, it can help enhance the flavor, as it were. Shadow's warnings about Eggman going over the edge might be clever foreshadowing to what will happen in issue 200. And I'll bet you anything, Shadow's words will play in Sonic's head when the event happens. This issue gets an 8. It does its best to try to fill in some continuity gaps like how Sonic met Shadow and Rouge, not to mention everything else I just mentioned. A minor flaw in this issue would be how some of the transitions between the past and the present events don't exactly run smoothly. Sometimes it works, like right here. Other times it can be jarring. But I see what Ian and Tracy were going for. While Sonic and his friends would go on to confront Eggman in the main book, Shadow will go on a mission to recruit an Eggman robot while being hunted by another. But that's for next issue. Until then, have a good day and be safe. Good job, Tracy. You made the Final Hazard fusion look even more disgusting.